Queerly Disturbed. A peculiar public access show. Produced by Jon'Moll and Harley Quinn.
Oh, Pac-Man noises. Walk, walk, walk. Oh my good. Well, the intro has rolled. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Queerly Disturbed.
Yay!
Yes.
Hold for applause, which I'll be doing in post.
I was going to say, just have the canned applause of dead people.
Yay!
So much of that canned applause that you
Are
would
people
hear.
that are deceased now.
I love it.
Have you ever, when you've watched something that has bad audio, have you noticed that sometimes it sounds like a toilet? Like, have you ever heard like a back audience clap and it sounds like a toilet flushing because the audio is bad?
No. I wouldn't think of it being a toilet. I would just think of it sounding like...
Yeah, you should. I couldn't give you an example because it's hard to find, but literally if you listen to like a not good audio of like a sitcom that has a laugh track, if it's badly, I don't know what is wrong with it, but I know it's something with the audio and some type of balance with it. It sounds like a toilet flushing.
To me, it sounds like I'm in my grandpa's truck with his bad radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. That's
Well,
what that sounds like.
So who are you supposed to be today?
Who are you supposed to be? That's a great question. Well, you know, every time I look in the mirror when I wake up, I just go, this is a cry for help. This is a cry for help. This is, I have needs that have been unmet.
You almost look like a Ronald McDonald superhero.
You know what?
But then you
saving
have
the world
Mickey,
one
but then
burger
you
at a
have, like, the
time.
Mickey Mouse gloves, so it's like Disney bought McDonald's.
Wow. You know what? Have you ever... Okay, this is such a niche Twitter thing, but have you ever seen the Onika Burgers meme?
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh my God, it's so funny because... so let me explain this meme. This person was responding to a... You know how like there's like the pop craze, pop bass tweets that are always talking about celebrity news?
Yeah.
So one of them was like, a fan drew Kris Jenner. And some Nicki Minaj stan was like, she ate. And someone else replied, she equals Onika. 8 equals burgers. And it was so random. But now it's become like my thing.
Onika burger.
I'll sit there and I'll be like, because it's Nicki Minaj. Her real name is Onika. Onika burgers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Onika burgers.
And then there was a tweet that said, Nicki Minaj has revealed that her favorite song off her upcoming album, Pink Friday 2, is a 6-letter word that starts with B. And someone said burger. And I was like, this is too fucking funny. Ugh. But anyways,
that's like some deep Nicki Minaj lore.
It's so funny. One of my favorite Nicki moments is when she goes, Nicki is the lesbian version of RuPaul. And she stops. She just goes,
I love that one too.
She's trying so hard not to laugh.
My favorite Nicki Minaj live is when she has her sunglasses all big and she's like, no, remember guys, go to sleep, don't stay up. And she looks really close and she goes, I knew you were on live because my nipples was hard. And she just like stares and goes silent. And it's my favorite thing ever.
I remember my favorite one was when Nicki got Snapchat for the first time. And
oh my God, yeah.
Her.
And she opens that one message and she's like, bitch, pay for my college tuition. I'm going to be a doctor and save lives, bitch.
And she was like, can you guys stop calling me? I can't get to my settings.
Stop. Do you imagine being so famous that your Snapchat just can't, like, you can't, it doesn't function? Like,
you know what?
You can't, because it's so...
If you're a single gay on Grindr, your Snapchat will never stop blowing up.
Fair.
I've seen so many. Look at our lovely friend.
Oh my God, don't call him out on our fucking podcast. We might have him as a guest later.
We should.
He's going to beef with you now.
We're good.
He's going to go after, he's going to get you.
Someone already did. But I'm a huge fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know what it's about, but I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
I wasn't allowed to watch Yu-Gi-Oh when I was younger.
But would you be able to watch Pokemon? Could you watch Pokemon?
I think I probably could have, but I didn't get into it. I didn't get into
Hmm.
anime until later, and it's really funny because then the anime I got into, it was worse than Yu-Gi-Oh. I was getting into like manga, and it was like weird, like high school romance vampire manga shit. That was way more strange with very weird undertones than Yu-Gi-Oh ever had.
See,
But when I was a kid, it wasn't really a thing for me.
Yu-Gi-Oh actually used to be pretty censored in the United States because in Japan it had a lot of like pentacles and religious subtones, and they just said, take all of that out for
That's
kids.
probably one reason why I probably wasn't allowed to.
But they took it all out in the American version, in the dub.
Yeah, I bet that it, like, the information of it looking the other way in Japan
that's
probably
true.
made its way over here as far as information. I mean, that's how
Probably.
you know it.
True. But I am one of the monsters that I lovingly have as a Funko Pop, and it's the Time Wizard. It's so nice, so lovely. I collect Funko Pops with
It's cute.
It's an addiction. It's an addiction. It's a disease, and I'm not even that bad. If you saw my loving sister Katie K. Bouvier's room, you would.
Oh yeah,
you would.
y'all have the apartment set up so well, though.
It looks like a movie theater, and I
Mhm.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing I had was I actually got this yesterday because I decided to bring some trinkets just for us. But it's a
Oh,
sad
I did
Kirby.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Kirby. I've been getting into the Kirby games.
Oh, it's so fun.
On what is it? It's on the Switch, and it's like they have like a vintage. They have like the emulators, like Game Boy.
Is it like the first Kirby game?
It's
Is
probably
it like
might
black
be.
and white or like
No,
greenish?
it's the ones for like the Game Boy. And
Oh, is it
for,
like
I
the
think,
Amazing
the
Mirror?
N64. Yes, I was
Oh.
playing a bit of the Amazing Mirror on the emulator, and it's really fun
love it.
actually. I
So
like
much fun.
Kirby. Kirby's adorable.
I had it on the Game Boy, and it was just such a fun time.
Girl, my nose itches. Oh my gosh.
Go piss, girl.
I swear I'm not picking my nose, I promise. I'm itching it. It
So
is
now that
itchy.
we've described my
All
cry
this
for
powder.
help, let's talk about yours.
Oh, well,
And that's when you put the sad music and like Katy Perry goes, they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine, but you're not fine. Can we roll that back?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I just felt like wearing a bandana today. And I have really hard time explaining my looks, actually. I just really like throwing shit together and styling. So today I wanted to be kind of like
You look
monotone and
like-
gray.
You look like
wow,
a
I'm pulling
Sims
the whole ass hair
DLC.
out. Wow, look at this, folks.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Iconic.
I'm just shedding everywhere.
Someone should keep
I
that and
promise
use it
I
in a
won't throw
spell.
it on the floor, studio. That'd be so rude if I did.
She's just
I
gonna
promise
take
I
it and
won't.
she'll put it in,
I'm
use
just
it
gonna
for a
put it in my
spell.
pocket. But I also so I'm wearing trick pants, this really cute Killstar top. This is actually the bra I wore for episode 1. It's just turned inside out. And yeah, I just wanted to look kind of fun and gothy and everyday, and
It's kind of
be
like-
comfy. I'm wearing little lashes today.
It's like a goth biker.
Yes, it's like goth
Yeah.
pirate biker.
Goth
kinda
pirate
fun.
biker.
Yeah. Sorry.
So fragile, so
Uh,
feminine. Oh my goodness.
But oh yeah, and then I
So-
brought this.
Yeah.
I brought this little bunny that's so cute. These are made by American McGee, who made those horror Alice in Wonderland games.
I need to get
And-
more. I have one bunny and I need more.
I love them. They're all based off of different mental illnesses and like diseases and sicknesses.
Being a Libra is a mental illness.
And also zodiac signs, and they're really fun. This one is the ADHD bunny, and it has the chaos symbol on its tummy, and it comes with a little sock on its leg. And then also it has this pocket on the back. Oh my gosh, I love this thing so much. It has this pocket on the
She's
back.
going
that you
into
open
such
up.
detail. I love it.
Let me see.
It's like we're in a QVC commercial.
Honestly, I could totally sell these on QVC for Mysterious. They have little bees. They're little tiny bees.
I literally have some of those bees as
Yeah.
my earrings.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love how handmade they look. It's just so cute. I love them.
it.
But yeah, they're just in the little back. I also have the OCD bunny and I have the Virgo bunny, and they're so cute. But
We
yeah, I
love
kinda wanted
supporting. Would
a
you
little
consider that a
accessory.
small business?
Yeah,
like-
this is kind of a small business.
I would consider
say.
that, like, because it's not a mega corporation. 'Cause it's
No,
just
he
one
sells
man
on
and
his own
wife.
website and sells through Shopify.
Right.
And I don't know all the details of the company, but I would imagine that they're probably just partnered with some kind of small production company that knows how to make toys or stuffed animals. And
Well, because the disclaimer that they have is that they're all handmade.
yeah, and I'm not sure if they're made to order or
They
if
are.
they hand make a bunch of them and then they have a stock. I think it
He
depends.
said
I'm
that
not
each one is
sure.
unique.
Oh,
So
okay.
some of them
they-
are different than others.
Okay, so they might be made to order then. But they're super cute and the ears are really long and they have really fun little details inside. And yeah, I love them. And I wanted to make him an accessory, so I put him in my pocket. And
I left mine at
Yeah, I
home.
love
she's secure with all my other stuffed animals.
I love stuffed animals.
I do
love stuffed
too.
animals. I love Legos. I do like pop figures. I just don't have a lot, but I have some really fun ones. Like I have a couple of the BioShock pop figures. I have like a Hello Kitty and a SpongeBob.
My
and they're
main
pretty cute.
ones, I have I have all my Scarlet Witch ones, and then I have all my Harley Quinn ones on the other side of the room because I don't like them. I don't like when they're just mixed together because it gives me anxiety.
Mm.
I like having them all categorized. And now I have a Yu-Gi-Oh section, and then I have the miscellaneous section for the big ones that don't really have, like, I can't really make it a whole category yet.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Katie and Aaron have like a whole encyclopedia that they're like, oh yes, we're gonna check out this pop in section E37, and then they can go and just find
That's
that pop.
so iconic.
It's
No, yeah,
amazing.
that time I went over to y'all's place, I love their setup for the pop figures. I love that they're all the same size of box or in similar sizes, so you can stack them in like walls. It's
Mhm.
so fun.
Well, and some like this one has not been opened. This is completely
cool.
mint condition, because I'm not allowed to open them.
She doesn't want you opening them.
Nope,
No.
nope.
I mean, that's fair because they can gain money over time. Like a lot of them
Right.
are worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah, Katie and
Um,
Aaron have some that are like really like pricey.
There's like a lot of Legos that are a lot of money. Like honestly, Bionicles have gotten expensive.
Are we about to get on the Bionicle kick?
I don't know if I'm gonna explain Bionicle to everybody quite yet because I do want to.
She
go
wants to make that a
off.
whole dedicated episode.
I do want to go off about Bionicles because I love them so much, and I'm like making them in all sorts of colors right now when I'm bored. But like, it's too much to explain.
See, I've
But I
been
do
doing
love
this
them.
thing where like you have inspired me to start buying more like random trinkets, like the little Kirby.
Oh yeah, I'm such a fucking trinket
love
tchotchke thingamabob,
I
like
love
doodads.
it.
Oh, I love them.
I bought that one, and then they started making these bitty pops.
Mhm.
They're like these, but
Oh
smaller.
my gosh, the mini pops are so cute when you showed them to me. Those I would collect.
I got those,
Those are
and I
cute.
bought 2 more that were Five Nights at Freddy's, and I pulled a rare one, and I was like, oh. And Katie was like, it's worth more if you don't take the wrapper off. Meanwhile, I had
Well,
already,
you know.
I had already done it about 3
Well,
times
you
over.
know.
And I was like,
There's a lot of like Lego stuff that's so expensive. Like I would love to get
seriously?
I would love to get a train set for the little like society that I have built, but they're fucking expensive. Like a whole set, including the tracks and a train and at least things to like pull on it,
I
it's
was
gonna
gonna
cost
say-
you almost $200.
And you also have to factor in like the motor stuff to make the train move.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna make it over $200. It's ridiculous, but they're
Yeah.
really cute. Like
I used to have one.
I would love to get one.
It's so weird because I remember like back in the day, I'm pretty sure Legos were not that expensive. Like,
they weren't. No,
Yeah.
the little Bionicle action figures that are like the height of our cups.
Mhm.
Those ran about $20. The ones that were a little smaller, like the Hero, like the Toa ones, those were like started at $10. And then they
Crazy.
went up to 13, and then when they tried bringing them back in 2015, those guys were like 20 something bucks. Like it was, Legos have gotten very expensive.
Well, because I remember like some of the bigger sets that I would get as a kid were maybe like 50, $60. And now you try looking for one of those sets and they're well over $150, if not more.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's really expensive.
Like, there was one that I had when I was a kid, and it was a Batman Funhouse one, and it had like Joker, Riddler, and Harley. And I think my grandma bought it for like $60.
Mm-hmm.
Now I looked on Amazon, and it's like $180.
Yeah, I would love to get the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl. Honestly, I feel like I'm
Oh.
giving very Jack Sparrow right now. But
Yeah.
if Jack Sparrow was...
If Jack Sparrow did a lot of mushrooms.
If Jack Sparrow didn't live in pirate times and was modern, just pretty much like Johnny Depp with long hair.
True.
But what was I saying? Oh, the Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl set in good condition, like not with the box, just built out of the box and stuff. It is, I'm pretty sure, still over $300, maybe over $400.
Crazy.
It's so insane, but it's like the pirate ships are really cool. The planes are really fun. Yeah, you can do all sorts of things with Legos. If you use Technic pieces, you can make like motor stuff with them. Like they do
Right.
STEM projects with Legos.
I mean, shoot, my boyfriend works in robotics, so I'm sure he could probably figure that out.
Oh yeah, I bet that he's like done some Lego stuff
I'm
from what he's
sure.
learned.
I'm sure. I'd have to ask him about it. But I have this. I guess today's episode is going to be about toys then, huh?
I guess it's gonna be a toy episode.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I have this ambition now that I'm an adult and I'm, I can do adult things and use adult money. I have this idea of buying all the toys that I had when I was a kid and like creating this replicated set so that I could look at it and be like, hey, those were the toys that I had when I grew up.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Because a lot of them have been lost to either, been sold or
Or
like,
you just lose them
yeah.
from moving. And oh yeah, I have like a really elaborate Lego setup that I love to just like build and
Every
look
time
at.
you
It's
walk
so
into her
fun.
house, it's just like,
Oh, it's so
one of the
fun.
first
I
things
love
that
it.
you see.
Someday, my goal is to have a whole room that has like a nice dining room table that extends open and stuff. That has like a, like the leaves that go on the that extend the table. And I would have like a whole setup with all the buildings and different landscapes, and I would have streets probably, and I would have a train set and probably
It'd
like
be like
an
that one TikTok
airport.
lady that everyone's like, I bet you don't have this in your Lego city. And then she does.
Yeah, no, I literally would love to have like a giant Lego room.
I got cherry limeade in my throat.
Oh my.
I know.
You know what? Speaking of Sonic, their toys are really cool.
Yes.
They actually, I don't know about now, but their toys when I was a kid,
Who birthdays are it?
no, when I was a kid, they had the coolest toys. Like they had these lowrider cars that would move when you pushed them.
Yeah.
They were so cool.
Oh, I remember having like some of my favorite toys came from Sonic. That was back in the day when like McDonald's toys and fast food toys were
Sonic,
like legit.
Wendy's, McDonald's, they
Burger
all had
King.
good toys. Chick-fil-A toys sucked.
I never ate it. We didn't have Chick-fil-A where I grew up.
I didn't have Chick-fil-A until I was older, and then they got really homophobic, and now I don't really like choose to eat there. If it's the only option, I'll take it because like a lot of places are homophobic.
Okay, controversial yet
like-
brave statement. I personally will not put any money into them, but if someone else does, then I will eat it.
Yes, like if it's bought for me and it's available, that's
Right.
fine. It's whatever.
Like I've worked on film sets and they were like, "Oh, all we have is Chick-fil-A."
That's fine. I'm
I'm
not
like,
going to sit
oh.
here and try to make a statement like I am a vegan or something.
I was
but
very
it's,
poor,
again,
so
like,
food is food.
Food is food, and like they're willing to serve gay people, but they just have that weird political stance where they think they're above you by believing you're wrong for being gay. But that's a whole other episode. Their toys sucked. Wendy's, they had really cool ones. Never knew about Carl's Jr. Taco Bell had, ooh, my butt buzzed. Wow.
Oh, my phone's in that little bag.
My phone is somewhere. Oh my goodness.
It was probably texting us.
It was like a little...
I would
What?
take my gloves off, but these gloves have definitely seen their
It's
days.
literally nothing. It's just a calendar reminder.
Oh my God.
Because
I would take these gloves off to check, but these gloves have definitely seen their days. I'm buying some more ones because they're making me feel like I have snow all over myself.
your titties?
Yeah.
Oh, are they like falling apart and disintegrating on your skin?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. My big beauty blender was doing that today. I was bopping it on my forehead, and then I looked in the mirror, and there were little black speckles like pepper.
Oh my god!
And I was like, oh, and I just powdered it away. It was fine. But I was like, wow, she's literally disintegrating, girl.
My beauty blender today was giving me arthritis and carpal tunnel because I was doing it so much.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I mean, look at the makeup. I had to start with a base.
The makeup is really good, though. I would say use brushes, but brushes are not even as friendly either. I use a foundation brush, and it's not arthritis friendly.
Well, I did it with
foundation brushes are like low key, like they're not disabled friendly. They're not arthritis friendly. Like they're hard to use sometimes.
And I use the Maron white base.
You need like a big one probably, so that your hand can feel comfortable.
I should.
That would be
That's
good.
a good idea.
Some people also blend out their foundation with a powder puff, weirdly enough. I think does that.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, it depends on your
throw
skin
me
type.
off.
Yeah, it depends on how your skin is.
Yeah, no, that's a no from me.
Yeah.
But
What was one of your favorite toy stores?
well, it's a tough one because this is gonna expose me a little bit because I grew up relatively poor, and my thing was a lot of the toys that kids have nowadays. I was in the store and I saw like Super Mario action figures and Sonic and all this stuff, and I was like, I wish I had this shit when I was growing up. We didn't have that. Like, we barely had Batman stuff. And because, most of the stuff was like Spider-Man, or it was like Lincoln Logs.
Right.
But
These glasses are like pinching my nose. So I feel like I'm breathing all.
I tried wearing sunglasses at karaoke last week, and I was like, I don't know how she does this indoors. I can't see shit.
I choose to stay committed to the bit.
So did I, and I was
It's
just
really
like,
irritating. Like,
I couldn't see anything.
if you wear smaller glasses like these, you can kind of cheat more, and you just have to get kind of more used to doing.
I did the big ones with the
But
the rhinestones.
Yeah, if you do big ones, it completely encapsulates you in a different world. Like when I wore my big ones,
just so dark that it's like.
I kind of like wearing glasses though because I have sometimes a really hard time with eye contact.
Right.
And
she's also gotten lazy with her makeup, but we won't talk about that.
That's so mean.
I'm kidding. I just wanted to make sure that you could hear me.
Oh my god, girl. I like sometimes
I've been hanging out with Crimson too long.
Oh my god. No, yeah, and I also think glasses are cute. I think glasses should be worn more in drag. I think more people should do glasses looks. They're fun.
I agree.
Like they're fun and cute.
Oh,
and also, if you're also around a lot of people and you have anxiety, they sometimes help. Like they help deplete that just a little bit.
That's why I like wearing wigs with bangs. But
Me too. That's why I like the wig with a bang. I like a bandana sometimes. Like anything that can cover my forehead so I don't have to wear too much makeup and I don't have to worry about my lace.
Right.
And all that shit. I love a bang.
So, So, toys.
Oh, yeah, toys. Sorry. Duh.
So, when I was child, I would sit there and I'd be like, man, I wish I had a Princess Peach action figure. That'd be so cool. Well, I would sit there and I would take a piece of paper and I would draw out whatever character I wanted, and then I would cut it out, and that would be my toy. And I called them paper people.
Honestly, mood.
And I made probably about like 200 or so of those. Because one of my favorite characters, super, super niche character from Super Paper Mario, her name was Mimi, fashion icon. And I see a lot of myself in her. And my mom hated it. Absolutely hated it. She'd be like, you're not allowed to draw this character. You're drawing this character far too much. It's everywhere. And I had at least like 20 different variations of her in that box. And so I had a whole little box full of these paper people. And my mom was like, this paper's getting everywhere. I'm throwing it away. And I was like, I'm fully convinced to this day that she just did it because it was a bunch of paper people and not.
My.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
liked sometimes making toy things with paper.
Or I would make them with clay. I would make them with anything I could.
See, that's fun. Honestly, I liked making miniatures sometimes. Like, there was this one, like, booklet. You know those, like, kind of books you could get from Barnes & Noble where it's a book on how to do a craft thing and then it also gives you a kit that so you
Yeah.
can do craft stuff.
Oh, I used
And
to
there's
get the
all sorts-
origami ones all the
Yeah,
time.
there's all sorts of different ones.
Mhm.
Origami ones are popular. Well, there was this one that my sister had that gave you a bunch of, like, foam and beads and glue and stuff, and the booklet taught you how to make tiny little miniature rooms out of, like, foam
Oh.
and beads and all sorts of different cute little things. And I loved it so much, and I always tried to find it on the internet to see if I could find the book again, but, like, it's just lost in time.
And now that
'cause
I'm older, I'm like, how to build your own rubber room.
mood. Yeah, no, I love miniatures and little tiny things and little cute toys. I recently came across these little things I forgot I had by that brand Tokidoki. Have you heard of them?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of like Sanrio.
right.
They have a lot of cute little miniatures that you could buy that were like $10, $11, $12 each, and they're so cute. Like, I have a unicorn one that's adorable that I would love to put on a headband.
I know. I want to get a whole bunch of these and just put them on headbands.
Oh, that'd be cute. You should do Kirby's on a headband.
I would love to do a Kirby look.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'd be so fun.
You should
Um,
just get like a Kirby costume and just be like a giant round Kirby.
They
That'd be
do
really
have
funny.
those.
And
I
just do
mean-
like a drag face with it.
I should.
I've
Ooh.
occasionally thought about trying something like that because it's really campy. Like if you dress like a food or if you dress.
I mean,
like
I
a
did
thing.
I have the balloon animal. That's the one I
See,
did.
yeah, balloon animal's fun. I've thought about dressing like some type of funny item. I just have never
It's
really thought of a good one.
So worth it, but I will tell you what. I did not wear drag that day that I did that because it was so fucking hot.
No,
in
right.
that.
All you do is like a face.
No, I didn't even do a face.
Oh, see, that's okay though.
Because-
it covers your face,
right,
actually,
'cause it-
doesn't it?
That it covers my whole body.
See, no, the ones where your face goes out, those are funny. They have
Yeah.
toys like that too.
Yes,
Have you
they
ever
do.
seen those toys where it's the human face on the little stuffed animal body?
Yes, they do.
I forget what the name of those are. Melanie Martinez likes those a lot.
Yeah.
They're
Like a Cupid doll almost.
yeah, I like Cupid dolls too. I have a couple of them. I always wanted a big Cupid doll.
They're expensive.
They're expensive and like
A real one is expensive.
yes.
Yeah. Because Cupid was like a brand. In
Yeah, I
Germany.
have a couple that I think might be authentic vintage, like small ones that are super adorable.
Because those are like pretty normal.
Yeah, but the big ones are hard to find. But I mean, I would honestly get like a new or a knockoff one because they're just adorable, and the knockoffs or whatever.
See, my best stuffed animal that I had as a kid was super weird because it's me. But when I was like 5 years old, I went with my brother's mom and my dad to City Market, which City Market for us was Albertsons. Or no, Smith's.
Mm.
So we were going through City Market and we went to a claw machine. And inside this claw machine was a Wilma Flintstone doll. And I managed to catch this bitch
cute.
by her bun. And since then, like, that was my best friend for a long time. I had a hard time making friends when I was a child because I was just really socially inept.
Mm.
And I was not quite aware of how to respond in social situations.
Socializing is hard. It's
Well, I
not-
was an
it's
only
a
child for
task.
9 years, basically. Because, like,
right.
my brother is, like, 4 years younger than me, but we didn't live together.
Oh, okay.
I would see
yeah.
him, like, maybe once a month.
Right. So you're pretty much an only child. Yeah.
Right. So, I had this Wilma Flintstone doll as my, like, that's my thing.
That's
And-
pretty cute, honestly.
Oh, and me and my
See-
brother, we would have this whole elaborate storyline for our stuffed animals. Like,
That's cute.
Wilma was the leader of this, like, whole space colony,
Oh
and
my
she had
gosh,
force
how
field powers.
iconic.
Oh, it was amazing.
I
I told
love
Katie that, and
that.
she was like, force field powers for a Wilma Flintstone? And I said, don't judge me.
Shit, Wilma Flintstone's a Jedi.
I said, let her live.
Yeah, let her live her Jedi.
Now that I look back at
fantasy.
it, I'm like, wow, she was a real feminist icon.
I love that. That's so iconic.
Oh, and I still have her. I gave her
that's
to
cool.
my sisters to take care of. And then once the oldest one ages out, I'm going to be like, you're going back. And I'm going to put
That's
her in like a
cute.
glass case
Oh,
and stand her
fun.
up like in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Just so I can be like, hey.
See, I've had like toys here and there and got into all sorts of fun things. Oh, I loved all the collectibles you could get out of the little coin machines. from
Me
the- Love those.
too.
But like Legos and Bionicle shit has always been my like go-to toy. I love the Lego Star Wars stuff.
I think my thing was always action figures because I liked that you could, like, I loved Legos, but I loved that you could pose action figures.
See, and that's why I like Bionicles, because they were also like
Right.
not only were they posable, but a lot of them were like super posable because it's the ball joint style.
Right.
So you could like pose them really, really, really well and make them pretty like human like. And their storyline is very elaborate. It's very Lord of the Rings and
Right.
Narnia and Harry Potter-esque, where it's just a very elaborate lore.
Mine was just elaborate because we had so many characters. We would just
Yeah.
sit there and play, and I would have to be every single character. Like, I was all the NPCs,
Me too.
and then my
mood.
brother was just like one character at a time. And I was like, maybe that was a sign that I was a little mentally ill. That
I wouldn't say mentally ill, but maybe neurodivergent.
Yeah, well,
But
yeah.
you know,
Because I had to split myself between like 60 different characters and
well,
create
you know,
60 different plot lines.
well, we love coping.
It was so fun though.
I mean, as long as you're having fun.
oh, we had like, we would literally use some of the blankets as characters, and they'd be like water or like grass.
Oh,
and
that's
it would be
iconic.
a terrain. And I
Yeah.
had this little solar system light thing on the top of my captain's bed. And what we would do is we would like tap it, and that we would go magically to that planet. And it
I
was
love
so
that. That's
fun.
iconic.
Oh, and like if we were on top of the bed, if we were in my brother's room, it was a whole different terrain, and it was a whole different place.
That's so
It was-
fun.
Oh yeah.
I got into some dolls here and there, but I never really had like girl dolls. I sometimes took my sisters, but I couldn't ever really keep them.
I did with the Barbies. Yeah, my
I took
little
one of my sister's
sisters.
Barbies for a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cute. I love Bratz dolls. Honestly, I feel like this look is giving a little bit
It's
of
very
Jade.
Bratz.
It's very Jade right now, but if Jade had facial hair,
Yeah,
if Jade was a biker man,
she missed like 3 weeks of shaving.
yes.
Well,
But no, I liked the Bratz dolls. Oh,
we
I
didn't
love
have brats. Like I didn't get to
No?
use brats. I didn't. My sisters did Disney princesses. That
Oh,
was
okay,
their
that's-
go-to dolls.
That's fine. Okay.
And they had like a couple Barbies here and there. And when my sister got a dollhouse, it was like a big deal because it was one of
Yeah.
those like my mom got it for really cheap, and it was a big one. It was like handmade, and I would take my sister's Disney princess Barbies and the couple random Barbies, and I would put them in, and I would do a reality TV style show. And
Iconic.
one of
I
the
love that.
and when I say the name of this Barbie, you're gonna be like, you were 11 years old and you thought of that name. Her name was Hooker Jane,
Get it, Hooker Jane.
and she had
Ooh.
fucked up
You
like
were 11.
yes, I
It's
was
okay. I
11.
was watching. I was watching like Kara Cunningham.
I
at,
was
like,
watching Jeff
age
Dunham
11.
at 7.
Oh yeah,
So,
me too. I was
yeah.
watching Jeff Dunham like before the age of 11 because my parents totally like Jeff Dunham now is. There's only a couple of
Problematic.
his characters that are still funny.
Oh, we talked about this last
yeah,
episode.
like oh, we did. Fuck off. Yeah, we need to stop
Ooh.
talking about Jeff Dunham. What is wrong
There-
with us?
Just watch. Someone's gonna make a compilation of us, and it's gonna be like every time they start talking about things that they've already talked about.
I imagine like 80 episodes in, we just have Jeff Dunham on as a guest.
Imagine.
And
Well,
I'm
just
like, tell me why you made the jalapeno. You have to explain, sir. Yeah.
and we'll just put the like peanuts. Wah, 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 wah,
Oh
wah,
my
wah.
god. Oh my god.
But
But yeah, no. One of my favorite dolls also, besides like Barbies and Bratz,
My
are
nose is itchy.
Blythe dolls.
I've never
Those
heard of
bitches that change eye colors with the big heads. I have a couple of them. I'll have to show them to you. They're like these Japanese dolls and they're really expensive. You honestly, if you want to get like a cheap one, you have to get them off eBay.
I think the one that
and-
I got into a little bit later on down the road was Ever After High. Because
Oh.
because it was a TV show on Netflix. And I was like, oh, this is cute. And I was like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Monster High was cute, but the original Monster High dolls are like the shit.
Yeah,
The
those
ones
are the
nowadays
that are
are,
better
like-
quality. I've watched a video on how the quality's changed and it's wild.
It is so wild.
But yeah, no, the Blythe dolls are really expensive, and on eBay they're They're like $70-$80 a doll, and they're like the knockoff ones.
What?
And then the actual licensed ones are almost $200. But they have this mechanism in their head where you pull a string and their eyes close and they change color and direction. And they have really big heads.
Wow.
And people will take them and they'll replace their hair with like different hair things. They'll like sand their faces to make them matte, and then they'll make their faces like really realistic looking, and then they'll take the eyes out and they'll replace them like with really pretty like realistic ones. I have a couple. One of them I actually did work on, and it took so much work. You have to get like drill bits, you have to get like sandpaper, you have to get paint.
See, I feel like
you have
that
to
would
get
creep some people out.
tools.
I see why people would get creeped
Yeah, it
out.
creeped a lot of people out that I knew. They thought they were, well, not a lot of people, but it creeped some people out. They thought the dolls were fucking weird.
I
But
remember
they're cute.
when I was a kid, there was a lady who lived right next to us. And she didn't come out much of her house because she lived with her mom, and then her mom died. So she just kept the house. And she was actually a very nice lady, but she was just very spooky. You know, when you're a kid, you see the old lady down the street and you're like, she's the witch that lives alone. And
I knew a lady like that. One time I saw her playing in her bush.
yeah, she
in the
would do
front
that
yard.
too.
Oh, I love seeing old lady neighbors playing in their gardens. It's so iconic. I'm
And
like,
then-
look at Greta playing in the bush.
One time she brought over, because apparently she would collect porcelain dolls. And she brought over
Work,
two
bitch.
that looked just like my sisters. And I had just seen, well, I had just seen the R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour episode. The one that has the like doll that takes over her life.
Oh my.
You've never seen it?
I might have seen that. It wasn't Goosebumps.
It wasn't Goosebumps.
It's still,
it
because R.L.
was
Stein did Goosebumps too, right?
Yeah.
It was just a different thing. It was like Goosebumps though. I think I've seen some of Haunting Hour.
The
It's
Haunting
all-
Hour is like the in between of it's like a little more adult than Are You Afraid of the Dark? But
Oh.
it's not like
It's not like Tales from the Crypt.
no. It's much more teenage audience oriented.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I remember some of those episodes still linger with me because I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
a lot, you know, it's funny. Toy horror is really interesting.
Yeah.
And that's something I guess I
mean, that's why the whole Child's Play franchise is a thing.
Yeah, I never really was scared of any toys. I was kind of freaked out by clowns here and there, but it's funny. I was mainly freaked out by clowns because people I knew were scared of clowns. And then I would see some of the scary ones in Halloween stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of freaky. I get why it's scary, but it wasn't ever a fear of mine. I always just was very indifferent to clowns. And then, like, dolls.
I love clowns.
Yeah, I like clowns now. I actually think they're really cool.
I became a clown.
Yeah, I actually like even, like, the vintage clowns and stuff. They're pretty fun.
I've considered collecting them.
Yeah, they're kind of fun. And then, yeah, like the doll horror, I never really.
Yeah, like
I get why people think dolls are scary. I get it. It's just something that I'm not scared of. I like dolls. I think they're cute. I think they're fun.
I
People that
think
are
like the
scared of
real
them-
life Annabelle is way more scary than the one in the movies.
Yeah, people that are scared of dolls, I need you to watch something scarier.
Well,
I need you to get new fears.
You tell that to
Sorry.
me, and I'm afraid of nuns in cornfields.
Are you?
Yes.
You really scared of cornfields?
Yes. Oh my God, I am terrified of cornfields.
Really?
Which is why she's about to go. Well, we're going to McCall's next weekend, girl.
Are we still going to McCall's? Have you gotten your ticket?
I was waiting on you.
We gotta make sure they don't sell out.
I was gonna say Crimson and I were just waiting to see if you were confirmed.
Oh, I'm super down to go.
Okay, so
We
we'll
can
go.
talk about this not on our podcast though. But we are
got
going to go to
distracted.
McCall's. We
But-
are going to go.
but-
cornfields are kind of scary.
I am terrified of cornfields, and so the last time I went to McCall's was my first time going, and I was like, oh, which also, if you're not from Albuquerque, McCall's is like the haunted house to go to.
It's like the biggest pumpkin patch in New Mexico.
Yeah,
And they have a haunted farm that has 2 main mazes that
Yeah.
they put a lot of work into.
they spend like the whole year planning it out.
Yeah, I'm
but-
pretty sure their indoor one stays as is.
Yeah,
And they just fire it up and they
they probably adjust a couple things.
I think they might adjust a couple things, but for the most part, I think they leave it in there and it's just available to be turned on.
right,
And then their corn maze one is a different shape. And
it's a different shape, and they
and
have
it's also
like
a
different
different
things in it.
maze.
Every
It's also a
time.
different maze.
Yeah.
The cornfield maze for the pumpkin patch is like further in. The haunted maze is on a different area.
Scared the shit out of me.
They're pretty fucking scary. They're really
and
fun,
nobody
though.
believed me until we went through this goddamn maze. And I was sitting there like, my nails are going into my friend's back. And he was like, oh, I get it now. And I said, yeah.
Yeah, no, the haunted farm is really fun, honestly. We're going to have so much fun.
I told Crimson, I was like, I will go and I will do it if both of you guys are there. It'll be fine. And Matt will probably come with us. But the nuns, fucking afraid of nuns. And then I went to watch the Nun movie, scared me out of my wits.
Oh, really? So you did? Yeah, it was scary. It scared you?
Yes, fucking terrifying. And then the Nun 2, Katie was like, you should come with us to come watch it. Yeah, you guys
went. How did you like it?
Well, let me tell you, that was the day we went to Balloon Fiesta. So I was up since 4:55 that morning.
Yep.
And I passed out 10 minutes in the movie. I saw
one. Oh, really? You fell asleep? That is iconic.
I saw the nun show up on the screen, and then my brain went,
nope.
And I fell asleep for over an hour.
You were like, nap time, honey.
I did. And then I woke up like maybe 5 minutes before the ending.
That is so iconic.
It was so wild.
I love falling asleep in the movie because it's good ass sleep, but I'm also very disappointed in myself when I do because I'm like, damn, ticket wasted.
Sort of.
That was a good nap, but like, damn, bruh. I wish I could have fucking
sleep you can get.
Yeah, it is. It's fun to sleep in the movie theater.
But then we went to the mall yesterday, and I think like once a week the Funko Pop collectors come out, and they all like spread out in that one main plaza of the mall by Sephora.
Wait, are you saying that a group of Funko Pop fans come together in our mall
and they sell their Funko Pops?
Yeah. And they sell them?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were insinuating that a bunch of Funko Pop fans come together and conspire on getting different pops out of all the stores.
No, they conspire to like shop around each other.
Oh, okay, work. That's fine. Yeah. I thought you were going to say they get together in the mall and then they break and they go to different stores and they all buy different pops.
Sometimes they do.
And I'm like, maybe they do. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
Katie and Aaron do that kind of thing all the time.
I love that.
It's
that
true.
Is so iconic.
It's a commit to the bit.
Is so iconic.
But I kept going to every single one and they all had fucking Nun Funko Pops. And I was like, nope. Nope.
Maybe the world was telling you to get over your nun fear.
Oh no, then it was telling me to reinforce it. It was like, look away.
I love that.
Look away from religion.
I love that.
It's true.
Oh, nuns.
But none your business. Ooh, that would be a good drag name. Oh. Yeah.
My favorite. I was asking you about your favorite toy store. Did you say it?
My favorite. Oh, yeah, right. So
I think we got off track for a minute.
I was going to say, I have to remember. So, because where I grew up, there was not really a specific toy store.
Yeah.
Like, GameStop had a couple things, but I would say.
And this is in Alamosa, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't a specific toy store in Alamosa, really?
Mm-mm. No. You went to Walmart or you went to Dollar Tree.
Yeah, no, duh. Hello.
Alamosa's not that big.
Yeah, no, I forget.
I'm trying to think. When I went to the mall, because like going to the mall for us was a big deal. Because you would have to drive 2.5 hours to get there.
Where would you guys go?
We'd go up to Pueblo, which was past.
Okay.
You'd have to go east of the mountains, like on your way to Denver. Typically, that's where we'd stop. But it was like the Disney store was pretty cool.
Oh, I love the Disney store. I'm so sad we don't have one anymore.
Toys R Us was always a fun one to go to.
Oh, I loved Toys R Us as well.
I went to one of the last ones, too.
Really?
When I was in New Jersey back in 2018, it was one of the only ones that was still open, and they had everything, like, on clearance.
Really?
Yeah.
I have
found a giant Harley Quinn action figure that's still in my house.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I have a sealed strawberry shortcake vintage revamp collection of 3 of the dolls, and it's sealed and everything, and it's a Toys R Us exclusive, and I've been holding on to it for a minute now.
She said when the time comes.
When the time comes, yeah. I've almost thought about opening it because fuck it, but I have 2 other individual dolls that I can open up and look at, so I was like, this one I'm gonna leave sealed because it's 3 dolls all in one, and it is a replica of the like original 1980s strawberry shortcake design, and they are still scented.
Isn't that wild that like there's such a craze behind things becoming worth more? Like
Yes, specifically toys.
yeah,
Toys are a
crazes?
very interesting market, and I'm honestly glad that it's gotten better because I know that for a minute, like in the 2010s, toys were kind of falling off.
Yeah,
and we're
especially
kind
when
of-
Toys R Us was shutting down.
But then the pandemic hit, and we all had to be cooped up in our houses, and a lot of adults were like, hey, toys are actually fun. And well, you and I were looking at everyone like, yeah, no, duh. And now toys have made this big resurgence even with adults, I've noticed, and I
Adult
love it.
Legos.
I love it. I think it is
I love
amazing.
it.
I love toys. They're so fun.
Well, and I think what's so interesting about it is like, I always tell people that Funko Pops. I always tell people that Funko Pops are kind of like this generation's Beanie Babies.
You are so right. I totally agree with that. And I think that they
Wow,
have taken
you know
off.
that means so much to me.
Oh.
I'm always constantly put down by Katie.
You know what?
She's
I
always got to
think-
put me in her place.
Well, you know, sometimes you need put in your place, though. She
well,
does it with love, though.
with love.
She does
Say
it
it back.
with love. With love from Katiana. From
It's true.
Katiana Jenkins.
She's gonna be watching this, and she's gonna go.
I'm so excited to have her on.
I am too.
But no, I think you're right. They are a lot like Beanie Babies, and I think they actually have done better than what Beanie Babies could do.
Yes.
Because Beanie Babies are still a thing, but
Well-
they are now Beanie Boos. They're the ones with the big eyes.
I don't like those.
I don't really care for them either. They're too common. They're really whatever.
Yeah.
I like if I'm gonna do a stuffed
I
animal.
have some Beanie Babies, but the thing
Yeah.
is, like, I also think that Beanie Babies just didn't have a sort of their lifespan was a lot more difficult because they didn't come in boxes.
They
like-
didn't come in boxes and they're cheap and the tags could come off easily.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are worth a lot of money, but a lot of the times they're like maybe a special edition licensed Beanie Baby, like
Right.
maybe a Disney Beanie Baby.
Well, and what's so interesting about Funko Pops is like, in a weird way, it's not even the pop itself that is worth the money. It's like the box. Because if the box is damaged, we've gone to the store and Katie and Aaron have seen boxes and they're like, no, don't buy it. And it could be one that isn't even in their collection, but they'll see like a slight little bit of damage and they'll just
See, I respect that
dismiss
people
it.
don't want to open them. I'm very much a person for those where I'll open them and
I am
take them out
too.
because I think they're cute.
I think
and I
like
think
for
they're
certain
fine.
ones I open, but obviously there are moments like this one, like Katie and Aaron gave me this one.
Right.
So it's like,
So that's fine. Yeah. It's
They know.
respectful. Yeah. I totally get it.
but
There's this one doll I have. Like, I love when it comes to toys. Again, I love Funko Pops. I have some myself, but I also just love really, really, really niche, weird toys that are really hard to find.
like this.
Yes. Or like I really like there's this one doll I have and I forget what it's called, but it's like this wild, like 11-inch tall, like supermodel doll that has
Okay.
like a really tiny, like white latex dress, and she has
I
like
think I know
big
exactly what you're
feet,
talking
and she has
about.
like a ninja sword.
Yeah.
And she's so cute, and her legs are like super long. She looks a lot like a high fashion drawing, and I don't know how much she costs. Oh, I think I remember, but I don't.
See, I like a
It was
good niche
expensive.
toy. Like when I was at Target, I no joke, I was like, God has appeared through the heavens and sent this down to me. But I was looking through and I saw a Princess Daisy Mario Kart figure. And I was like, you're joking me.
That's honestly really cool.
Because Princess Daisy is like my main character besides Birdo. Justice for Birdo.
Get it,
And
Birdo.
Katie loves Birdo. But Daisy, I saw that and I was like, it's $5. I love it.
That's so iconic.
I want to do like one of the other things I kind of want to start collecting is like Hot Wheels-esque. You know how like they have the like collector's cars?
Yeah.
I kind of want to start getting those.
I've been thinking about getting into like maybe Barbies here and there. Like I have
Barbies is a hard thing.
Barbies are hard, so I've been getting just like really like ones that are kind of expensive, like ones that are over $50, but they're under 100. I like those. Like I
Right.
have a porcelain one that's really pretty. That's a holiday edition.
It's like Funko Pops.
Yeah, like Funko.
Mm.
What's another thing that I've been wanting to maybe collect?
I think if I started doing dolls, I would want to start making custom ones.
See, that's where the Blythe dolls came in clutch for me, because they go really, really, really crazy with the customization for Blythe. But it's an expensive hobby. Like, your starter
It is.
doll, if you want a licensed one, you have to buy a $200 doll to literally do art stuff to and revamp and risk
Yeah.
ruining.
And I think like it's honestly so much cheaper to just start doing it yourself. Like, you
Yep.
buy some cheap dollar store Barbies and Monster High dolls
Mhm.
that people just toss.
The revamped Monster Highs that people do are insane. They're really cool.
There's a couple like doll YouTubers that I watch, like Delightful, love, or Hextian.
Yeah.
I love Hextian because they're also a drag queen, and so you can see it in the makeup,
Yeah.
the way that they do it. It's just phenomenal.
That's really fun.
And then they like pose the dolls and they have them all set up. And I mean, just the idea of having like your own custom dolls that people enjoy.
yeah.
I mean, I would pay money to buy some of those.
See, I would pay money to get like nicer Lego Bionicles. Like,
I mean, like I said, the thing is, the stuff that I would buy is like recreations of the stuff I had when I was a kid.
see, I would kind of do that too, and that's where I think Lego could do it, because they're like worth billions.
Right.
But like, I think if they ever did like a revamp of the Bionicle stuff, I think they should make them for adults, and I think they should make them
Yeah.
with more pieces, and I think they should
Yeah.
sell them for higher dollar. Like, they should be like $50 figures that you build and stuff, and they're so
Yeah.
cool. That's what I would do, but I don't think Lego's ever going to do it, so it's just better to buy like buckets of pieces from eBay and then just make your own. That's what I've been doing with the ones I have.
I think like my thing is one of the things that I was looking into buying was I had this set of all 5 of the Scooby-Doo gang, and it was amazing. They were like posable action figures.
That's really cool.
Fucking loved it. And unfortunately, my old dog got a hold of some, and
Oh, and he messed him up.
well, yeah.
Did you
Daphne,
look?
all that was
so
left
have
of
you
Daphne
looked-
was her hair.
So have you looked that toy up and tried to find it?
I have,
Isn't
and I
it
found
fun?
the exact one.
How much is it?
It's like $80 now on eBay.
You should buy that. That's not bad.
I'm kind of considering
Under
it.
$100 with like the fact that
It's
with-
at least a good 10 years old.
yeah, $80 is not bad. There's some Lego
No,
Bionicles
actually, it's a
that
little
I've
bit older than that.
There's Bionicles I've looked at recently just for fun, and some of the ones that I want are over $100. Like, some of them are
Right.
like $150.
Yeah,
So like, honestly, $80 for that, you should get that. That'd be really cool.
I know
That'd be
that's.
super cool.
I think that's what I'm gonna do, because it just feels like a good financial decision.
No, yeah.
And then some of the more niche ones is gonna be a little harder for me to find. Like,
Yeah, some toys literally just get lost in time, and then you
yes,
can never find them
or
again.
they're like in a weird off-brand state where you're never gonna find it because it's some random niche company that went out of business
yeah,
the
it's like a
second you bought it.
third-party toy. It's like some
Yes.
type of third-party product that is just not in production, and you at one point just had like a rare item of some sort and never
Yes.
knew.
Oh my
No,
god!
yeah, toys are wild. I love them so much. There's so many different ones as well.
Yeah, and I
Um,
love the idea
oh.
of like having a collector set of each
Yeah.
one, so you could be like, "Yep, that's the ones that I had as a kid," and then like there's a section of all the Lego minifigures,
mhm,
and then like your Funko Pops, the cars, whatever.
mhm.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
because why
Also-
just have one hobby when you can collect them all?
No, yeah, and honestly, I think getting into like a creative hobby, like some type of toy, is good for like getting the creative juices going for like things
It's-
like drag or like
yes.
creative things you want to do.
And it's good for your mental health because you're
Yeah,
you're not
me
focusing
playing
on
with the
just
Lego
drag.
stuff. It's like brain teasers. They actually feel like
Yes.
I'm doing.
yes.
It actually feels like I'm doing a puzzle that I can help exercise my brain with, which is
Yeah.
nice because then I can come back to my creative things that actually require a different part of my creativity, maybe, or a bit more brain power. And it feels easier. It feels more comfortable. Like, I think people need some type of hobby, whether it be a toy or some type of miniature thing, something to do with your hands.
Even if it's like crafts or like sewing.
Yeah. Or sewing,
Yeah.
sewing and knitting and crocheting and
Having
yarn
like an
making.
organized sewing cabinet like I do.
Yes.
Or like a organized craft jar. It's so important.
Or having like, if you are into knickknacks and if you have something like OCD or you're neurodivergent, and you like arranging things, and it helps with anxiety, because I love doing that too. That's why I have Legos, because it helps with that. If you're into that,
take one thing and put it on the other side,
and then look at it,
and change it to another side.
No, me too. That's why my apartment is the way that it is.
Well, yeah.
Because knickknacks are great for like rearranging, and they can be really any kind of item that speaks to your personality. They can be pop culture figures or like items in general that are pop culture. It can be like
cursed daggers.
Yeah. Or cursed daggers.
Esoteric. Uwaga boards.
Uwaga boards. Oh my
Luigi
God, don't get
boards?
me started on the Uwaga board.
I actually have considered buying one.
I mean,
just for display though.
Yeah, just get one for display. As long as you're not using it without any knowledge of how to use a spirit board.
To be fair though, I feel like I would do it and all the spirits on the other side would be like, not this one. Don't answer that call.
Oh my God, imagine.
They'd be like, this person has called 5 times today. It's like being in a Domino's and they're trying to call an order of pizza and I'm sitting there like, hello?
It's like
I'd like a
asking
number 1, please.
You're just treating the Ouija board like asking the AI.
Yes. I'm sitting there like, what do you think about this situation with like some random drag thing? And they'll just be sitting like, please don't answer that call.
Iconic.
Don't do it. Like that Talk to Me movie, but
I
instead
heard that movie was pretty good.
I heard it was really good too, but
Yeah.
that would be me. I'd be sitting there on the hand. I'm like, it's not doing anything.
We should talk about movies in our next episode.
We should.
Yeah, we'll do movies in our next episode. I think
Well,
we're at the end.
you
Yeah,
think
we
so
got
too?
a flash for a few minutes left, so we should probably
We
close
actually
out now.
stayed on a consistent topic this time.
Yeah, the first time was really a lot,
Well,
but
and,
at
and
least
see,
it was
the
a
thing
good
is, like,
intro into what this is going to be about.
yeah, we love
So-
not having topics, but like just naturally,
Just like making a topic, like we were
Yeah.
like, oh, cool, let's talk about toys. Here we go.
Yeah.
Like it's fabulous.
instead of sitting there like, this is our predetermined topic for today.
Yeah, and I think we'll get more
King and
predetermined.
Durgan.
We're gonna get more predetermined topics when we also have guests.
Yes.
When we have people on, we'll have like a predetermined topic for whatever is related to that guest, I would
Right,
say.
right.
But when it's just us, it's just fun. And yeah, I love toys and I love talking about toys with you. And yeah, we can talk about movies next. This has been Queerly Disturbed.
I didn't shave.
I never shave.
I didn't either.
I never shave. I'm a fucking behemoth. But, you know,
All right.
it
Well.
works for the look. It's the London look. I'm
Time.
Jon'Moll.
Literally, time's up. It's Carly Quinn.
And yeah, this has been Queerly Disturbed. Thank you. Stay
Good.
tuned. You can catch us on YouTube. We're going to promote a bit on TikTok. And you can also catch us on Public Access 27 in Albuquerque.
Yes. You can also catch me in a backyard somewhere. I might be doing gardening. I might be hiding something. We'll never know.
True. True.
All right.
And you can catch me in...
I'm still waving.
You can catch me in a cupboard.
And you can catch me at karaoke every Thursday night
Yes,
at 9
catch her at
p.m.
karaoke every Thursday.
We have
at
so much
Soch.
fun.
You can catch me periodically going out.
Sometimes she'll show up at karaoke.
Sometimes I'm at karaoke. I'm predominantly out in drag at Soch
Yeah.
and elsewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your night or day or whenever you see us.
Bye, Mom.
Goodbye.